Hi everybody, it's Lasha. I was just live reading Ask Not, but I closed the live and deleted it because I forgot to put not for kids, which would have not been a good thing. So here we go. I just want to let you know that I have been reading this book slowly but surely, but I just want to go over this because it's pretty it's easier for me to explain this than to read it. When we started part 3, Marilyn Monroe of Ask Not, yes, I read a little slower. I don't read as much at one time as some people. However, that's my style. So I'm just going to explain this part here, okay? And then I'll start here because I've read, actually, I'm going to start here because I've read all of this. So in the prior pages with Marilyn Monroe, most people know about Marilyn Monroe, but her and Jack Kennedy, they started having an affair as early as 1955. And I believe the year of her death, it was before Jack and Bobby. It was 1966 or 67 that she passed, and she was 36 years old, almost 37. Such a young life cut so short in comparison to Diana, Princess of Wales. She was married to Joe DiMaggio, Arthur Miller. Arthur Miller was the playwright who wrote The Crucible. Joe DiMaggio used to beat her all the time. Marilyn Monroe was the sexiest woman, I think, to this day. There was something about her. I mean, Lady Diana was different than Marilyn Monroe. Both beautiful women, both royalty, different types of royalty. See, the Kennedys were America's royal family, and in some ways they still are because they're ingrained in our brain. This chapter talks about Joe DiMaggio's marriage to Marilyn very quickly. He was not good to her. It's not in the book. However, she did have an affair with the Chaplin brothers, and I do believe, and it'll come up, that I do believe that Marilyn Monroe's untimely passing, an unnecessary passing, because prior to her passing, she was full of hope. The last movie that she made, I'm just going off my memory here, was The Misfits. And she always wanted to be taken seriously as an actress. I shared in my other videos with Marilyn Monroe. My godmother used to have a book this thick. Today, this book would be 60 or 70 years old. Actually, it would be older than that. It'd be about 80 years old. And I remember looking at these pictures and, well, yeah, my aunt, no, that's not quite true. Sorry, I did not calculate the math. So let me recalibrate myself. As I stated in my prior videos, I would stare at the pictures just in awe. I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know what anatomy was. She was just a piece of art, her beauty, but it was also her aura. And one thing that's so interesting about Marilyn Monroe, and what are your thoughts about her? Because so many people have done deep dives into her psychology. One of the first things that, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. So, psychopathy is the first, and I've studied, I have been working on it diligently Not ready to share it yet. But I will be posting content about psychopathy in no laughing matter. I believe, in my opinion, that JFK, not Junior, we already read about Junior and Carolyn, not a good marriage, and what Jackie Bouvier went through. And if you haven't caught those episodes, I do have a playlist on this channel and L&L Soul Sisters. But remember, everything is on the playlist on High Voltage. Or if you're seeing Upstairs, Downstairs, I can't change the name for 14 days, but I thought of a better one. So Marilyn Monroe just had this aura about her that oozed vulnerability, playfulness, sexiness, innocence. She was highly damaged, highly damaged. And I said this before, Jackie Bouvier Kennedy, before she became Jackie Onassis, which we will get into, you know, she was so threatened by Marilyn. It's just unbelievable. So Joe DiMaggio used to, it was DM, they got divorced. She was super sensitive about it. She married Arthur Miller, and now we get into this. Oh, the fun they had in the years to come. The night at Puccini in LA during his 1960 run for president, Jackie at home, 6 months pregnant, Marilyn seated with Jack, Peter, and Kenny O'Donnell, Jack's hand moving higher than usual. And at his shock at realizing Marilyn wasn't wearing any, she wasn't wearing a bathing suit underneath the towel, okay? Jack turned bright red. So maybe even he could be scandalized. She loved it. She found it funny. I can't imitate Marilyn. And when Jack became the leader of the free world, Marilyn would be at his side. How is that for smart? She delighted him, even as her own husband found her tiresome, uninteresting, and intellectually lacking. And this is why, by the way, she wanted to be taken as a serious actress, because back in those days, all that men ever looked at toward Marilyn Monroe was her beauty. And she is. She's an icon. But at any rate, she was not an unintelligible woman at all. Damaged. And she allowed men to treat her that way because that's what she knew. We know that she suffered from demonic, I don't know what, when you think about people that hurt children. So, Jack became the leader of the free world. Marilyn would be at his side. She delighted him, even as her own husband found her tiresome, uninteresting, and intellectually lacking. She knew this was true because Arthur wrote as much and left his notebook for her to find while they were far from home in London. Marilyn was shooting a movie with Lawrence. Do you know what you need to watch? Laurence Olivier and Marilyn Monroe were in a movie together. The name will come. However, there was the gentleman that she met in England, she spent, and it's called My Week with Marilyn. Excellent book. Excellent HBO special. It's from 7 or 8 years ago, and it was starring Michelle Williams, I think. It was fantastic. But at any rate, so I remember that they went out to England, and they were all but married for 2 weeks. Jack Kennedy hadn't made her feel this way. Here was a man known for surrounding himself with the best and the brightest. He was the first-rate mind that loved Hollywood gossip. He never assumed that Marilyn's affections, her compliance with men, the baby doll whisper she shared with Jackie, meant that she was dumb. Jackie certainly wasn't dumb. Only Marilyn's shrinks had any inkling why she spoke that way, why some women who were abused as children sometimes adopt a child's voice. Isn't that interesting? It was a way of saying, I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller than you, Jack. Please don't hurt me. Okay, can't you hear her saying that? She never thought Jack Kennedy would hurt her, okay? What I would suggest, so that's the end of that chapter. It was very, very small, very, very short and small. Part 4 is The Lonely Graves, and I would like to do, and it's about Mary Richardson Kennedy. This chapter is so important, and I'm just eyeballing as to how much, if I could do this. Okay. All right. So last night, watch my live. I'm following through on what I say from now on. And 75% of the time I do, but 25% of the time it's late. However, tomorrow, I say this, but I don't promise it. I have to go to Larry's right now because I was supposed to be there 2 hours ago. And we are reading about Mary I didn't know her middle name. Mary Richardson Kennedy. And then we're going to talk about Kit Kennedy and read about it and then talk about it. Now, the reason I want you to go back, you know what, any channel you want to listen to as far as the reads, because tonight I am posting questions on the community page about Ask Not. Whoever can answer these questions, like every week I'm going to put out questions. Whoever answers all of the questions correctly, or whoever has the highest score wins a $25 Amazon gift certificate, because October 1st is our raffle, and this book will be finished October the 1st. In fact, I'm going to plan out how much I need to read in order to finish it on October the 1st so we can have the raffle. Also, I will put the power of prayer up on a different video for Avril, Heather, and Feisty Kitten. And John, welcome. And I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, ask about the Kennedys. And when I do these questions, I'm going off the top of my head with what I remember. I'm not going back and looking at the videos, but all of you can. Well, of course you can. I mean, yes, but what I'm trying to say is the questions aren't going to be that difficult, because if I can remember the questions and the answers, then anybody can. And based on the progress I've made even this week, I feel so much healthier from the original reason as to why I started this YouTube channel. And thank you so much for those who joined me live last night to explain What makes a really good YouTube channel, from my experience, consistency, one theme, and you have to have personality. You have to. Or, whatever your theme is, you need to be a master at it. That's how to grow. So, let's see how this experiment goes. But I beg of you, you do not want to miss out on the questions. Now, I put some up on other videos, but that's kind of not how to do it. You know what? I'm going to sit down tonight. We've read part 1, part 2, part 3. Tomorrow we're on part 4. And I'm writing down all the questions from part 1, 2, and 3. And all the information is on the videos. Okay? $25 Amazon-tific, and it's not through you giving me donations. I don't do that. This channel, I want to be built on subscriptions, likes, comments, and no super thanks, because I do want to start a charity, a YouTube charity. I want to help people. I want to give money to people that need it. I really do. That's the bottom line. Okay? So, that was a quick episode. Anyways, there are other channels reading it. So if you want to get ahead of the game, there's other channels, but it's all coming back to me now. So come back, come back, come back. Okay, bye everybody. That's a wrap, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yes, yes, you will. Oh, I didn't show you the new studio yet, have I? Oh, I really should stand by the light. At any rate, this is it. This is the sixth time I've moved it up here. And see how I keep track of everybody who joins or has commented? You know why? Because the last raffle we did, I put all of the names in the hat, and it was empty, and it was actually kind of fun. It was really fun. So, Sarah, Saucy, Feisty Kitten, John, Heather, Avril, Random Citizen, Melody Moon, Trevor, Kawar, John, Garth, T-Bone, Caregive Out, and where's Saucy Not 2? Where's Saucy Not 2? Really? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, so anyways, you see? Consistency? All right, here I am, but I'm going away now. I'm going away on my own. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for a serious read, because Mary Richard Kennedy, this is a no laughing matter at all. And I'll get those questions up. I will upload the questions tonight from the first parts, part 1, 2, and 3. Again, I'm going to post the questions for part 1, 2, and 3. Going to post the questions for part 1, 2, and 3. I'm just kidding. All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody.